guys had a loss. What's going on with the Steelers, man?
Yeah, man, that's, for me, one thing is, if we get beat, tremendously, and, I'll take that, I'll take that to the heart that, we lost because they're a better team than us. But, for myself, I felt like, we beat ourselves. Broncos, they're a great team, offense, defense, special teams. But like I said, for us to drive down, up and down the field on them and not put points on the board because of major turnovers, man, it hurts us a lot. And with those turnovers would be touchdowns, 3 points. It's a game changer, and it makes a difference.
Oh, and that loss on the road makes a difference in where they stand in the playoff picture. 7-3-1. They were the second seed in the AFC. Now they move down to the 4th seed, I do believe. Schrager, which is, they're still on the path to make the playoffs, but not as favorable as it was about 48 hours ago.
You look at that, and the Steelers historically have had to go on the road to New England in these big playoff games and haven't been able to get the job done or these big spots. That was a big loss for them. The takeaway from the game for me, though, is, we're so excited about the Steelers, and they win 6 straight games, and this is that kind of trap game where we all said on Friday, like, don't lose this one. You've got one against the Saints coming up. You've got one against the Patriots coming up. Don't let this one be the trap game, and sure enough, it was. And that's not taking anything away from the Broncos. To me, though, if I'm the Steelers and I hold that 2nd seed and I'm looking at the Chiefs who have already beaten us at the 1 seed, that home field playoff advantage is so important. Yeah. You can't lose that game.
Yeah.
If I'm a Steelers fan this morning, I am so upset and so disappointed. And I'll tell you what, they didn't play well in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a really bad team. Those are 2 bad games in a row. I know they won one of them. If I'm a Steelers fan, you got to get it right because you're not beating the Patriots that way.
Weird loss. I didn't expect them to run the table. I figured they lose at some point. I'm not taking a huge stomach punch on this if I'm a Steeler fan. You had bizarre gaffes out of nowhere. That Grimble play at the goal line, you don't see a play like that in the NFL. And huge credit to Will Parks, the safety who decided, I'm not just going to mail it in on this.
Right.
If you look at the game now, this is a touchdown. And they're going to go up and they're going to go in. And Will Parks just lays his shoulder down, strips the ball, changes the game. Yeah. He had another bizarre fumble by Connor in midair. And then the bizarre play at the end of the game that they should never run again. So if they got outplayed, if they got outpunched, if they got outrun, I'd be like, maybe the Steelers have a problem. They went to Mile High and had a fluky loss. I think this is business as usual. I still think they're a juggernaut. I do.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is still one of my favorite squads. I think a lot of Patriots fans are equating me saying they're not going to make the Super Bowl to the Steelers' success. It doesn't matter if you take an L right now, if you can play well in December and January. And I feel like they're going to correct some things. Over the last couple of weeks for the Steelers, it's been some ugly football. Last week was an ugly game, even this week. But like you said, some very bizarre plays that can go either way. They'll correct them. They're just so talented. And that's the reason why I think they're going to be successful. And even on the defense side of the ball, they haven't been flawless, but they'll pick things up come December. And I feel like they're going to correct this, and they'll be all right coming the postseason.
Y'all are sleeping on the Broncos. They're 5-6. They're 1 game back of the Ravens and the Colts for the wild card spot, and they just took down 2 of the best teams in the AFC in consecutive weeks over the Chargers and over the Steelers. I don't think they're a trap game. They're weirdly scary, especially at home. And that defense came to play, not to mention the fact that they're running the ball. What do you need deep in the playoffs when it gets cold? You need to run the ball. They're doing that with Phillip Lindsay, and their defense is coming to play. They're not turning the ball over as much. I don't know if you look at their losses, by the way, 2 losses to the Chiefs, who run the show. They have a loss to the Rams and a 2-point loss to the Texans. Those are their losses against huge contenders.
You trust them?
I'm just saying. By the way, those losses to the Chiefs, a 4-point loss, a 7-point loss, a 3-point loss to the Rams. Close games, and I feel like they are turning up and sort of coming together at the right time.
Do you trust Case Keenum?
It's tough, right?
I trust their defense, and
who's going to be out for them?
I didn't trust Nick Foles, and they won the Super Bowl.
Facts.
That's
true.
I don't know if I trusted Chase Daniel. Sorry, Jesus. Chase Daniel.
We all do that one.
And they got a huge win in primetime using their defense, using serviceable play from their quarterback. I don't know. I'm just saying the Broncos are a little bit scary. Thursday night, Breeze and the Saints try to soar past Dak and the Cowboys. Saints-Cowboys when it's on.
It's on.
Thursday night football at 8.